Hi, it's Pastor Paul L. Anderson here at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Worshipful Wednesday. I don't know if you've done it as of yet, but you ought to throw your hands up in the air and tell the Lord just how much you know He cares. He cares for you. He cares for me. Oh, how He loves you and me. And it's so good to know that the Lord loves us. He loves us in so much so that He gave His life for us. This text begins to remind us out of Mark's Gospel, the 14th chapter, verses 26 to 31, that it tells us that they sang a hymn and went out to the Mount of Olives. Well, this is right after Jesus and His disciples have celebrated the Passover meal. He has instituted what we call Maundy Thursday. It is then that we find out that Jesus predicts Peter's denial. On their way, Jesus told them, "For all of you will desert me." For the scripture says, God will strike the shepherd and the sheep will be scattered. But just after I am raised from the dead, I will go ahead to Galilee and meet you there. Well, in this passage, we begin to see that Peter steps out, and Peter says what Peter always has to say. He says, even if everyone else deserts you, Lord, I never will. How many of us have been a Peter? We say, Lord, I'll go if I have to go all by myself. I remember singing this song, Lord, I'll go if I have to go by myself. But little did Peter know that even though he's saying these words, we will find out if he can live these words. We must remind ourselves that we have to be careful what we say, because most of the time we say things in the impulse of the moment and we haven't fully thought it through. Jesus tells Peter something. He said, I tell you the truth, that this very night, before the rooster crows twice, you will deny me 3 times and you will say you don't even know me. Peter says, no. That cannot ever happen. Well, this text begins to remind us that Jesus knew exactly the hearts of those who were with Him. He knew exactly what they would and would not do. The question we have to ask ourselves is that, do we open our mouths too soon? Do we speak things that we know that God knows something different? Well, in this text, it begins to remind us that God knows us so much so that He knows every detail of our lives. And the good part about it is that even after Peter denied Him, the Lord gave him another chance. Today, I want to remind you, God has given you another chance. He's given me another chance. We should take every chance that we have to say, Lord, forgive me for the sins that I've committed. I promise I want to do better. Use me for your glory. And then I'll tell the world, look at what God has done. He's changed me. If Jesus knows us, He knows us like nobody else can. May it be that He knows us to be the children who will share the good news with everybody that we meet, and everybody will come to know that we know the Lord and the Lord knows us. And most important, He wants to know you as well. Take the Lord with you everywhere you go, and we'll see you again on the next time.
Pastor Anderson and the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship extend a warm happy birthday to Miss Susan Brown as she celebrates her 106th birthday. Happy birthday. To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.